It's my honor to come here to have a speech and discussion with my Japanese and Western colleagues about Chinese internet, Japanese press, and Sino-Japan relationship. I think we have the two countries, Japanese and China and Japan has a lot of similarities. First, you can see this very popular, I think, nationalist book is about unhappy China. China is unhappy. The other is very famous professor and former politician Susan Shirk. Susan Shirk, his book is Fragile Superpower, China. And I bought in the Amazon.com the second-hand store, you know. That's the book, the Japan that can say no. That's about 30 years ago. And also this book, Japan, the Fragile Superpower. So it's like a Japan déjà vu, but sometimes a much bigger Japan. But is that the truth? I think it's only happened, the similarity happened in the narratives in the Western media. But then we talk about the difference. So first, I will introduce the Chinese internet and the vivid civil society. Nobel Prize and Twitter. You know, this year's Nobel Prize was given to Liu Xiaobo, very famous dissident. He's the picture of he and his wife. And when Liu Xiaobo, the news were totally silenced by the Chinese news portals and internet news portals, forums, and the newspaper magazines. You can't find anything in the tradition and non-tradition media. But because we have Twitter, we have other tools. So about 100,000, 100,000. We have the Twitter, Chinese Twitter users is about 100,000 Twitter users. So the Twitter community, the Twitter was that night is the only media who report the news and spreading the news because of the telephones, the friends talking to friends, and Facebook to Facebook. That's kind of viral broadcasting. So I think at least millions of Chinese already know. Before, you know, the Chinese propaganda department started a kind of a campaign to denounce Liu and his comrades. But at least at that day, Twitter played a very important role. And this Liu Xia is Liu Xia, his wife, Twitter account. Liu Xia's Twitter account, you can see the chart. You know, first it's about the followers is around, normal followers about 5,000 followers. But at that day, the October the 8th, that means the day they got the Nobel Prize, they're just rising, increasing, and very quickly. So then the Liu Xia was verified by Twitter account. And also very important thing, interesting thing, Liu Xia reported by Twitter, used Twitter to report a fake shopping case. You know, the police, you know, forced her to shop and take pictures, want to show the outside world, you know, she's free. She's not in a house arrest. But the problems, he's disconnected. He's, you know, cut off all the telephone and human personal touch and even the internet. But the problem, she has an iPad. So he used the Twitter on our iPad to tell the world it's a totally fake case. So hours about his tweet, international media, including BBC, IFI, report the case. So make this kind of scheduled fake stories totally disclosed. So that's we said Twitter gave Chinese dissident, even the dissident who is in house arrest, they have them a channel directly to the international media. So the point is directly from the dissident to the international media without any medium. So I called it information leverage. So that's the ranking. It's the top. You can see the tweet base to find the top 100, the top 1,000 or 1,000, the most influenced Twitter in the Chinese civil society. The first one is Lian Yue. It's a freelancing columnist. Second one is Robert, who reports what is the hottest Chinese issues in the Chinese Twitter land. The third is very famous artist Ai Weiwei, which I think many people know. And the fourth is me. And the funny thing is 22nd is Aisola. It's a very famous Japanese porn star, right? Aisola. Aisola, people in the Chinese internet regard Aisola as goddess because she helped Chinese Twitter community increased double the numbers, and he donated to the victims from the earthquake in the Tibet, which we think really like a goddess. So we appreciate her very much, and when I was here, people thought, oh my God, you can see Aisola. Yeah. So Ai Weiwei, I just mentioned, very famous Chinese. He recently have a kind of 10,000 river crab celebration because his studio in Shanghai will be demolished by the Shanghai authority because Shanghai authority think Ai Weiwei is a troublemaker. So he want to celebrate this kind of demolition. He had many ways, but one of the schedule, he make it from plan to the reality, called 10,000 river crab celebration. He invite national netizens, from all the provinces to come to Shanghai to eat 10,000 river crabs. River crabs sometimes is the wording game for censorship, because Chinese 和谐 censorship for harmony is the same spelling with the river crab. So when you eating the 10,000 river crab means it's a protest against the censorship. It's really amazing. Even when Beijing police house arrest the Ai Weiwei in the Beijing house, the other people without Ai Weiwei, they have a small version of a celebration. Eat about 1,000 river crab. So why Twitter have very important role in China? First, I give some technical introduction. Chinese are always cheating, right? Chinese people are always cheating in many senses, even in Twitter. Because when we say 140 characters in English means 140 letters, that means 20 words. But in Chinese character, that really means a passage. So we have 3 times volumes than the English tweets. So one Chinese tweet, if you translate to English, you should use 3. So cheating, right? So it's really like a BBS. It's like a bulletin board. It's not like the English tweets. So you easily can find the people nationally who share the same interest. An open API policy and third-party application made by all the geeks, young geeks, Chinese geeks, and smartphone can help Chinese Twitter users to circumvent the Great Firewall, which blocked them. Twitter.com officially blocked last year in the Xinjiang riots. And the follow-on-follow system made government-hard 50-cent partier can't survive. We called Wu Mao Dang that 50-cent party. That really we saw the people who write articles for the government, and the government pay them 50 cents for one article. So we call them 50-cent partier. But you can't survive in Twitter because nobody follow you, right? So, and your hashtag and the search is easy to live tweeting in the social events. In the later cases, I will show what the Chinese have done. So in China, we have active Chinese tweeters of around about 100,000.